What's good, YouTube land? You know what it's time for more of? With Silverbolt. I don't even think this guy's actually out in Canada yet. It's not at the time of recording. The benefits of having a buddy who runs his own toy store. Sometimes you get things early. This is the only one of Wave 2 I've actually gotten so far. I have others on pre-order. By the time I got to the convention, they were all scooped up except Silverbolt. So, here he is. Silverbolt. The beast mode. Beast mode. It's certainly a thing. It's a combination of a wolf and wings. It's the only trait of another animal I can see. Wings. And hey, one of the very few Fusors that actually made the show. There were a couple Predacon Fusors, but Silverbolt was the only maximal. Let's let's give you a good look. His eyes are yellow. I'm not going to play the clip. Don't make me play that clip. The rest of his coloring is either this dark gray, a nice copper color, or his tail fins that look like delicious vanilla ice cream. Articulation, there's kind of, well, there's articulation, but it's not really usable because everything is tabbed in this mode, which I'm happy for. It's a solid mode, but it ends up making him a bit more of a brick. But unique to this beast mode is his open mouth. And his teeth aren't painted. In fact, it doesn't even look like he has teeth. Like he's lost them all in his old age. Okay, let's talk articulation. His front legs have hinges to go out and to go forwards and backwards, but they tab in right here. It does have a joint here that locks in place, but it kind of hard locks in place. You have a bit of a foot joint and a ratcheted, I guess, ankle pivot, but these are much more for the robot mode. The hind legs do have his hands bunched up on his ass cheeks, which is funny, but it's not as funny to me as his head staring at his own buttocks. God, that must be like, can I just be a robot, please? There is a joint here, and there is a hinge to go like that. But again, tab in. So none of it is really that beneficial, I think. You do have a stage port right there if you want to put him on it. But the biggest part of his beast mode are his wings. So much like Air Razor, they can hinge up and hinge there, or they can hinge down all the way if you want more subtle storage poses. And they can hinge out all the way forward if you want some really daft looking attack mode. I guess he's going to shoot missiles from his wings. Probably. I don't remember if he ever did that. before we get to robot mode, it's time for everyone's new favorite segment, Size Comparison Lightning Round. So first, let's give you the original Silverbolt toy. And while this one does improve in quite a few ways, there are some things I still like about the original Silverbolt. Like, I like the physicality. So this one, with the accurate looking eyes and the painted teeth, he does look like he's ready to fight. Like he's geared up and like just ready for somebody to set him up. This guy with his bent knees, he honestly looks like a dog waiting for you to throw a ball. He just throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it, throw it. And apparently the darker color scheme is the more show accurate one. This is the Takara version where they did a lighter gray and painted teeth and painted eyes. But yeah, I like the wing placement here. The wings have slightly more joints. They're not spring-loaded and gimmickry. Although, you can choose the tail feathers. Do you prefer vanilla or French vanilla? And, there are no more ball joints on this guy, which are a lot more stable. And the plastic's obviously better. We've got a lot of Maximals to go through. Primal, Rat Trap, Transmutate. There's a storyline there. Yeetor, Cheetor, Eraser, Rhinox, Tigatron, Tiger Hawk. Still can't tell me this wasn't planned as a power-up for him. And now the Predacons. Yes. Scorponok, Waspinator, Tarantulas, and last, certainly not least, his girlfriend, Black Arachnia. And now we have to get to robot mode on all those toys I just showed off. So, to transform this Wolfenstein, it's fairly easy. Start by popping the head up. You can rotate the legs to form the legs. And the knee, lock in the ankle. The same thing on the other side. And there you have a pair of legs. What a surprise. Untab this and make sure the wings are pivoted so they're as far back as they can get, lest they be in the way of the arms. Speaking of arms, I'm going to untab them, fold in there, fold the beast foot back, the arm gets straightened out, and it tabs in right there. Same thing on the other side. What a surprise. Flip the head up, and you're going to shove the wolf head right into his back. Fold the head down so the wings are proper, and loincloth reveal. Because that's what we need, loincloth. Wow. Make sure that's actually tabbed in. There you go. Your brand new Silverbolt. And he looks good. It's amazing how different they were able to make this transformation compared to the original. Which, oh, hold on. Silverbolt Maximize! So, to anyone who thought we didn't need a new Silverbolt, look at that wing placement. You were wrong. This was much needed. And that's not much better. Taking a look, starting at the head, so much more show accurate than him. You could just hear one of the many voices of Scott McNeil.
Enter. You wanted to see me? I did. I don't know how long this has been going on, but it stops right now, understand?
I'm not certain to what you're referring.
I'm talking about you and a certain female Predacon. Or am I wrong? Tell me I'm wrong and I'll apologize right now. Well, that's just prime.
Sir, I believe that I can bring her around.
Oh, don't be an idiot! She may have been made from maximal parts, but she is Predacon to the core.
As was I once.
You didn't know better. Silverbolt, you are one of the noblest individuals I have ever met. That is your strength. It is also your weakness. Black Arachnia is using you.
I do not believe that, sir.
Whether you believe it or not is immaterial. The fact is, your emotions have jeopardized our situation far more than you realize. If we weren't holding Megatron, you're confined to quarters. I'll send Cheetor to bring in the Spider-Woman.
Sir.
You have something else to say, Silverbolt?
Sir! Optimus. I believe that Black Arachnia will not hurt me. But she would have no such compunction about Cheetor. For his sake, if no other, please, send me instead. I will bring her in.
You're confined to quarters, Silverbolt. Cheetor, report to me at once.
Yellow eyes in both modes, so at least his optics are consistent. And it just kind of makes my eyes bored, unfortunately. Like, it feels like there's just too much gray. Like, it's show accurate. I respect it. But it's like, can we have more color diversity, please? Like, I saw a picture on Twitter of like a really blinged out one that looked so much better, honestly. I think he had a different head as well. I'll have to link the picture if I can find it again. But this guy has quality on his side. The neck is on a ball joint. The shoulders, not ratcheted, but kind of firmly go in place. They go out all the way. You get a bicep swivel, which kind of looks funny to me. Just covering up his arm with fur. An elbow, a double elbow due to the transformation. Thankfully, you get a wrist. How's that waist? Move the feathers out of the way, and it goes all the way. You can high kick it. He can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. He can swivel his thigh with the best of them. With that particular patch of fur right there. You do kind of have to get the wings out of the way if you want all the way back. Deep single joint knee. 90 degrees, but you do get 90 degrees going forward if you want it. For that digitigrade look. I remember this time. And you have an ankle pivot. You do have a forward bend. I don't know if that's useful, but it's more for the beast mode. Overall, posability is good. It's good. You need some accessories, right? Well, just rip these bits off his wings. And he's got his missiles, which hopefully are a lot harder to lose than the originals. And while he can't bend his wrist forward like a swordsman would naturally want to, he can look somewhat dynamic wielding them. Another cool thing you can do that's not even in the instructions is totally Darth Maul it up. There you go. Now you need a second one to have two double-ended lightsabers. Vroom, vroom. On the topic of features not in the instructions, does anyone know what this hinge is for? It's not used in transformation. Now he can see with his dog head. Anybody? I don't know. I don't know. Although I like the fake out hinges on his shoulders. Yeah, I didn't even talk about Silverbolt personality. He's not the he's not the brightest bulb, so to speak. He's kind of a stereotype a bit, that honest soul, honest warrior. I want to say he's basically a samurai. He's a lot cooler than movie Drift ever will be. Weird thing about these, they're differently molded. You can kind of see one has just a long rectangle to tab onto, while the other has two smaller rectangles. I don't know why the asymmetry, but they're his wings if you were so desperate to know how he looked with his wings extended. All right, let's get to round 2 of size comparison lightning round. Primal, Rat Trap, Inferno, Air Razor, Transmutate, Dinobot, Cheetus. That one episode where Rhinox farted. I'm not going to do a Waspinator impression. Two idiots walk into a room. I don't like spiders. Except you, Betsy. You're a good spider. Megatron. Tigatron. Cybertron. No, actually, his girlfriend. Black Arachnia. Lest we not talk about beast machines. My previous review, I think, one of them. I can't remember my own review order now, but Tiger Hawk. So let's answer the age-old meme-tacular question: is this guy a remold of Combiner Wars Silverbolt? Eh? Eh? Yes? No? Feel free to answer in the comments. Also, is this joke getting old? Was it ever funny? I'm going to say maybe. Overall, if you're completing a Beast Wars collection, he's kind of necessary. Trying to think of who we have left. What was that Predacon Fuser? Quick Strike. Quick Strike, yeah. Rampage. Oh, Rampage. Depth Charge. I'm not going to bother to grab Transmetal 2 Megatron over there. But I think we're pretty good when it comes to the major cast. So much so, there's a Beast Machines Cheetor in the same wave at the core class. That Purelator has yet to deliver me that I ordered. Because the day they were out for delivery was the same day we got a freaking snowstorm in April. Not that surprising. really that we could get a snowstorm in April, but we've gotten snow in May at some point. Like, that was Thursday. This is Sunday. Yes, it technically is Sunday. Please, can I have my toys pure later? When? When are you going to deliver them? I'm waiting. But don't miss out on this guy. He's quite good. We're going to go from a wolf to a lion, I guess. And I ain't lying about that. Until then, keep it weird. Beast Wars. Bye.